If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come?
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Clark. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Davis will throw. Under fire. Unleashes one. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get every... to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Buying some time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to run for it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple of times.
Trying to get behind the defense. Got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He only needs a swivel of daylight. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys. You see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Berry. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the run, it's Berry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They go to the draw. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. With jumbo personnel. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes the Texas offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Second down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right in the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
To throw, it's Owens. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They'll leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Longhorns! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Nolan. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. Direct snap. Finding open areas. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Texas. And no chance at a return here. They'll... this drive at their own 25. see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Davis looking to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team. The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We thought we'd see a little wild snap. It's busted. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Jordan. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Leaves it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On the snap, it's Boston. He has the first and still on his feet. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Longhorn! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now he's looking into the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Oh, what a move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Clark. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It is True as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not...
Breaks into the open. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Gain of 10. That's a first down for the offense.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Let's go. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Davis will throw. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yards.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Got his man quickly. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Clark. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Finds a little space. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tack, pound, and try to run that clock out.
Finding an escape route. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend.
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Sends it back in motion. Davis looking to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. LSU will get a first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snap it to the back. Powers through the defender. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team, that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Davis will throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late.
It's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Man, and these are the situations. They know you're kicking an onside. You got to get it. You got to find a way to get the football. And how about it? Get the kick. Get a good bounce. Everybody's flying down the field, ball bouncing all over the place. You fall on it. Offense has another chance to put some points on the board.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right now.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you...
Got it in stride at the 15. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. After this, it'll be a wrap. Direct snap. It's Bostic. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was